Yeah, I see.
So. And we are go. All right. Bank it is. First
Hello
game.
and welcome to the scrim between FoxTrot Gaming, that is the South African squad, and ExE Mafia, that will be the Kenyan squad.
Yes.
James, take us through the lineups from both sides.
So, from South Africa, FoxTrot Gaming, we have Spicy Dice Air. I think I've got that correct. There is Netslayer. There is who am I missing?
Just bring up the scoreboard real quick.
Because at moment, let me see. Let me check that. There we have it. So we have Drago and Whiskey. So yeah. And on the ExE Mafia, we have Ace, Shitty Lord, or as we know him, Kit Kat. We have Murio, Jatello, and Mystic Alpha. So ban phase, FoxTrot have banned Thermite. I don't know if they've ever like I think on an official scrim. These two teams have never played each other before, and this is their first encounter under the PAGU brand. So, what's there to expect? What is it that they're trying to read from each other, from the current ban, the operators they're banning right now? What are your thoughts, Olympus?
Excuse me, seem to have been experiencing some connect issues.
Audio issues.
Now I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what was your question?
FoxTrot and ExE have never played like on an official scrim like session under PAGU, and from the ban, the operators they've banned, that is the Dokebi, Thermite, Cav, and Lesion. It kind of looks like they are trying to read each other's plays at this point. So my first guess is, from what I know, I think FoxTrot is trying to read how ExE Mafia is gonna play this game out. Yeah. Right now, I am 100% sure ExE Mafia are going to play this game freestyle, the way they know best. Considering that this team has a very huge lineup of subs in its roster. So I don't think they have anything planned per se. So they're just gonna do this like freestyle and see how everything pans out.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, I agree. And given that these two teams have never met before in such a scenario, it really is anyone's guess this game could go to.
Bomb located by
Though,
attackers.
given this is my analysis, given how FoxTrot Gaming has played in the past, I think it's going to be quite a tight match for us viewers.
Yeah, very. So here we have Ace with the alibi. With that 10 seconds, trying to
5 seconds remaining.
find space where he knows he can secure the bombs on both sides. So
now, sorry, go ahead.
Trying to see what team FoxTrot has planned out. I'm very curious to find out what they have in mind.
As I am with that Shitty Lord's mirror setup down in the red tunnel. He had one mirror window set up on an unreinforced wall, which is an oddity.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
And also in the that would be the A bomb site. He had used his secondary shotgun to open up some holes. Now that is usually done to prevent Thermite from planting his exothermic charge, and given that we are not going to see Thermite in any of the rounds today, that's rather an interesting decision from him.
Very much.
Here we see Jacko trying to track down Jatello, and he does eventually take him down with his gun. That's the first kill of the round, coming out at about. And the second kill, Dice Air takes down Ace with a pistol headshot.
Here we have Whiskey with the diffuser. Strategically looking for points of where any ExE Mafia operators are gonna eliminate him. He doesn't feel very safe. It looks like he's going to jump out. And Shitty Lord takes out Dreg. Oh, wow. Okay.
That Vector, very formidable weapon as we come down to the last minute or so of the round. Whiskey just setting up some claymores to his back. And it seems that the emphasis of this attack is on the A bomb side, and we have both players from FoxTrot.
Smart play there. Whiskey taking out the, and he's planting right now.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Very well played out, but he's putting it at risk right now when he's placing himself in the line of fire. So it looks like the ADSs are taking out all those shots fired from the KS-79, and right now they are waiting for any ExE Mafia operators to show up. They are in a very tight match right now, looking at ExE Mafia being the only one, and FoxTrot with Netslayer taking out Shitty Lord to take the first round in very fashionable style. Wow. That was nerve-wracking for them, especially knowing that the mirror was the only one left, and they couldn't do anything other than just hide right where the bombs were. So it looks like ExE Mafia were having a hard time in that round.
I wish I could agree or disagree, but missed out on some action due to some connectivity issues I'm experiencing. Hopefully that will be
resolved,
not an issue going forward.
Yeah. So here we have the 6th pick with Jatello taking Valk, and Whiskey switching with the IQ. Going in.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
With Team FoxTrot in drone phase. So right now they are back to the same position again. So it seems.
Attackers located a bomb.
And here we have. Let's see what Mystique is up to.
10 seconds.
He's busy hiding inside the lockers.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Oh, and he actually leaves out.
Attackers
Nothing much mind.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
So we have the FoxTrot team with Netslayer rappelling his way as the Jackal. He drones his way through with one of the other teammates going through. It looks like Drago has something in mind. Oh, and we seem to be having a problem with connection as Mystique bounces off the game. And Spicy takes out Morio with what looks to be an interesting game. So right here, Spicy looking for...
FoxTrot are executing this attack strategy rather quickly.
Very.
About 2 minutes to burn, and they're already circling around the A-bomb site once again. Hopefully the setup from X this time will be able to stop it with the 2 C4s potentially in hand. And it does appear as Whiskey is...
Ooh, Jatello takes out Whiskey with the C4.
And that's what I was talking about just now. And Dice Air will attempt the plant under the cover of smoke from the glass, and it is successful.
Ooh, Shitilo takes out Dice.
The defenders have about 45 seconds as the first quarter of burns out to find that diffuser and disable it, as well as gun down 3 players from...
Ace takes out Spicy. Oh. Looks like X is coming up with a very hard, strong game.
About at the halfway mark of the diffuse cycle, and it's just up to Drago. He finds one on Jatello. One of them appears to be injured, and Ace
what?
Goes for the
No way. No way. Oh.
Ace and Shitty Lord shut down. What a play.
Wow. That is sensational. Drago saves his team. In a... I think it was a 3v1 or like a 4v1. I don't know.
It was a 3v1, and he shot down one with the Type 89 and then cleaned up the remaining 2 with the... Excuse me, the Bearing 9.
Wow, that was crazy. That was crazy. It looks like Mystique is back, but he's left out of the lineup. So let's see if he can come back. Oh well, that's very sad. That's unfortunate. So it looks like the ExE Mafia team are 1 man down at the moment.
In as much as that was a beautiful play from Drago in that red hallway to clutch the round, I will have to assume that there was some miscommunication on the part of ExE Mafia, because Ace had full control of that diffuser. He could have simply gone for it.
Oh yeah.
He hesitated because their own mirror window would have been working against him at that point. So he had to chase down the kill first before trying to get the diffuser. Now this round, ExE Mafia will change the bomb site. CCTV and locker rooms seemingly not working for them as they move on now to Teller's office and archives.
5 seconds to go.
With 5 seconds in mind. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was close.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Device placed.
So
now the lineup from ExE Mafia is seemingly leaning onto an anchor side, as they have 2-3 armors in Jatello and Kitty Lord, I believe, who is the Rook, and the Roma, who will be Ace, just making his way through into open area right now, who will be encountered shortly by the Jackal, who is Netslayer, who's been doing an excellent job on that role, with the backup of Species, who is the Glass. And he peeks, he injures Netslayer, ooh, gets down by Dice Air from elsewhere.
Reviving him.
Picked up. And now it's a 5v3.
Crash bag going in!
Spicy. Drago taking out Jatello. Ooh.
I believe that puts his kill count at round 4 or 5, just 3 rounds in. Now losing your echo at the halfway mark of the round is not the best as his 2 yokai drones will be of no use to him now.
At moment. Oh, he is in.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Chitilo taking out Whiskey.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Oh, and FoxTrot wins another round with Spicy taking out Murio and Dice Air eliminating Shitty Lord to win the 3rd round. Oh, and with a very aggressive kill right there.
Hey, James, is there a way you can pause the timer?
Uh,
Invite back Mystic.
I cannot, unfortunately. I don't know if there's a way, but I'm not sure if I can.
Just try the options, maybe.
I
used to think you could pause the timer in custom game.
Oh, I've tried. I've never seen actually that option. A lot of guys have told me to pause the timer, but I don't know how to do it.
We could potentially be having a rehost here.
Yeah.
Just to make sure Mystic Alpha is back in the game.
Oh yeah. So at this point the ExE Mafia team is handicapped by 1 player. So it looks like they'll be at disadvantage through the whole game.
And I believe it only makes sense to have a rehook, right?
Yeah. But it's just a good thing this was a scrim.
Attackers need to locate
So that we don't have those issues of so it looks like they are back to
Attackers have located a bomb.
this position right now.
Bomb located by attackers.
Is reinforcing the barricade
10 seconds left.
Set device.
in the archives.
5 seconds left. Attackers
We have
recovered the bomb.
Shitty Lord
Attackers
trying to make an entrance through from the archives into the teller's office.
So will we be having that rehost or
I think what we'll do because if I rehost, unless maybe the teams ask, I think we should ask in chat.
And right now we have members from FoxTrot Gaming making their way in through that square skylight, trying to get some eyes on the the archives site.
So,
And that lead is extended even further
oh,
as PC takes out Jatel.
why is he watching very carefully? Drago in a very risky hub. Dice Air taking out Murio. This looks like it's gonna be an easy kill for them. Oh, and Whiskey takes out Shitty Lord. And a landslide win. All 5 operators and FoxTrot still alive to win that round. Really surprised why they haven't responded to a rehost request. They seem to be fine with the handicap. I don't know what's your view, Olympus?
I mean, the scoreboard tells a different story as FoxTrot Gaming have a lead of 4 points to none from ExE Mafia.
Oh yeah.
I believe that man count disadvantage is really harming the point.
Very much.
If you could just communicate with them again.
Let's see if they would like another rehost request.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
But it would be possible to ask them. It's just I don't know if they would agree, considering that they're in their last games, I should say.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And now round number 5 is underway as ExE Mafia have decided to go back to that
10 seconds
Locker's
remaining.
CCTV room bomb site. This time bringing Murio on the
seconds left
smoke,
before
just
insertion.
extra utility to deny the plant.
Mm-hmm.
As well as
Attackers
Jatello and
recovered the
Shijilo
bomb
to bring on the
diffuser.
C4's
Attackers are
ace.
moving to defuse a bomb.
The whole game so far sticking to that alibi. And we seem to be having a rush from FoxTrot Gaming as they move their way into the server room, but they're blocked by that smoke. Chokes them off. Dice are taking about 25 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
As they walk their way now, just droning and Drago holding the angles. You can see the players from ExE are stacked up in that red hallway, ready to use that mirror window to get advantage. The Lion EE1D holds everyone in place as they move to open the wall. Actually, in the midst of all that, Dice manages to storm through, gets 2 kills on Murio and a headshot on Shitty Lord,
Attackers
taking
activating
firm control of that red hallway, now pushing his way into
Attackers
the
have located
lockers,
a bomb.
even bringing out his
Detected
being
Ooh.
shot in the back.
Compromised.
That's Jatello taking him down as the diffuser goes down. Second E1D of the round goes down, and that's 4 seconds where the defenders have to stand still. We hit the halfway mark on that
Ooh.
diffuser, and Jatello gets taken down by Specie. Round number 5 in the way of FoxTrot. Now we hit the halfway point of the rounds and they switch.
We have
Also, match point.
yeah, right now with the no game in hand for ExE Mafia, it looks like I think they're gonna have to sit this one out. The way things are going, it's like they just know the trend of how this is going, considering they're 1 man short. So I think they're just playing to play at this moment.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is a video game after all. It's
Yeah,
to have fun. So
yeah,
that's always a good thing to do.
that's always a good thing.
And now we are at match point rather quickly. If ExE are to have any chance at this, they need to win 5 attacking rounds in a row,
Oh yeah.
and that will result in a best case scenario of a draw.
Mm-hmm.
But that is rather a tough hole to
Attackers
dig
need to
yourself out
locate
of,
and
given how
defuse
well
bombs.
FoxTrot have been playing.
Same place. With this time, right? FoxTrot now in
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
defense.
I would like to take a look at that scoreboard
10 seconds to insertion.
for just a sec.
The
5 seconds left before insertion.
If you could pull it up.
Device
please.
placed.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers
So
objective
right
is
now-
to
As
defuse
you
the
can
bomb.
see, it's more of a team effort.
Ye-
The kills are well evenly spaced out on FoxTrot.
oh yeah.
Loading new
Murio
mag.
has yet to find his way on the board, and Shitty Lord seems to be doing most of the heavy lifting.
For the ExE Mafia team.
And now we move into the action phase of what could potentially be the last round of this game. Now we have Whiskey who pulls out a Frost, an operator we haven't as of yet seen in any of our scrims. And ExE Mafia are attempting seemingly the same attack strategy that worked last time, but for FoxTrot's favor as they work their way in through that construction tunnel. We have Jatello on the Jackal, who is in the server room. He gets down by Dice Air, who's on about 75 points of HP. We see a player of X, that's Ace on the Thatcher, trying to provide some support for his friendly teammate. And Dice Air seems to be pinched on those stairs, as there was yet another player who seems to have gone into the archives area, ExE Mafia chasing him down. But Dice Air just simply not giving these stairs up as he takes out Ace with a headshot very close onto Murio on the twin, turning his back. If he could hear this,
very smart. Very
gets shot down. Dice Air decides not to go for the fight as he's at about 15 or so points of HP. We still have players of X in the server room. As we hit the minute mark, not much going on.
And wow. Here we have Jatello still waiting on door frame.
Murio takes out Draga elsewhere. Dice second kill of the round takes down Jatello. We're at about the 30-second mark right now. This appears to be a clear-cut victory for FoxTrot as Shitty Lord takes down Specy, Netslayer takes down Shitty Lord, Murio, yet another refrag onto Dice Air. It's just a back and forth in the skills. It's now a 2v1 on Murio, 20 seconds on the clock. He's at 20 HP, and Whiskey, who's the Frost, sitting right on top of that diffuser. This is most definitely a win for FoxTrot Gaming as Murio runs in, tries to save the round, but not able to do so. Whiskey
quick enough
finishes up the round and the game 6-0 for FoxTrot Gaming.
That was a landslide of all sorts. FoxTrot Gaming really going aggressive, not holding back at all. And here we have the scoreboard with the Dice carrying the team with 8 kills. In consideration, that is a very high KD ratio right there. Very high.
Yeah.
And
however, let's just ignore for a second the fact that ExE Mafia were down one player.
Yeah.
How much of it was coming down to good plays from FoxTrot rather than bad plays from ExE Mafia? I mean, FoxTrot seemed to have their strats locked down. They were always moving in pairs, always going for those refrags. I mean, and the good time management, I have to say, they were attacking that Locker's bomb site, for example, with about a minute or so, 2 minutes even left on the clock.
Yeah, because they've really done a very swift job. I'm just going to
have to commend FoxTrot Gaming for putting up quite a performance, I might say.
Yeah, FoxTrot have done a very good job, very aggressive, and very resilient. Nonetheless, ExE Mafia did their very best, despite being one man short. I know they couldn't have pulled anything better than what they have right now.
I agree.
Yeah. So, yes, I think the next one is just wait for the decisions of what the players have in store, whether it's a map 2 or it's a clear win for FoxTrot. So, yeah.
I think at this point, the stream will go on a break.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold tight. We'll be right back.
Okay. and we are up. So here we go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we load into our second map, that is Border. We'll remind you the two teams playing a FoxTrot Gaming and ExE Mafia. You can see it there on the screen. What a nice addition these days. You can name your custom
game with the team names. It's amazing. This is the best feature I think they've come up with. Apart from that one where they have to bring us servers. They owe us. They really owe us.
I don't believe so, but that is a story for
another day.
And off we go into the ban phase. ExE Mafia start off by banning Jackal. Now, I believe that is a direct counter to how Netsley has been playing. Has been absolutely phenomenal on that roam hunting role.
Oh yeah. It seems like they were really threatened by the Jackal. So that it looks like they have really read into the FoxTrot's plan and trying to target which players they know they're good at or which ones are a really big threat to them.
Yeah, we'll remind you that this is only the second time these two squads have met. The previous match happened on Bank, and I think now the two teams have got a feel for each other. And the results of this ban phase will be just that, reading into each other's strengths or weaknesses and just banning that out.
Yeah.
And we can see Hibana, the second attacker, will not be seen throughout the duration of this match. Banned out, I believe, because Dreger was playing Hibana so well last round.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
recall that 1v3 clutch in the red hallway.
Yeah, that was incredible. Actually, and being one of the sessions in the first matches, that was a very impressive play by Drago. Just to save his team against 3 other operators from the ExE Mafia team.
It was wonderful clutch from him.
Yeah.
And first defender band is Caveira. Interesting to say the least, because we really didn't see any Caveira either team last time, and neither see this map, so process behind that. And last ban will go to Legion.
Wow.
An operator who has been sitting on the bench, I believe, for all our scrims thus far. And rightfully so. Legion is a powerful operator. If he gets to live to the end of the round, really put a dent in your plans.
Yeah.
If you're going for the diffuse plant, as if you know you cannot plant the diffuser with a good trap in your leg.
I'm really curious to see how Big Heart Logan is gonna play this. Because if there is one person who carries his strats very well, whether it is solo or whether it is team-based, I know Big Heart always delivers. So I'd really like to know how he'll play against this other team.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Here we go into the preparation phase of round 1. Lineup coming out from FoxTrot Gaming, Dicer on the Thermite, Netslayer on the Zofia, Specie on the Buck, Whiskey, on the Buck, Specie on the Sledge, and Dreger on the Twitch. Now, that's a very, let me say, versatile lineup, as you can attack pretty much any side on most maps with it.
Yeah.
That Thermite, of course, providing the hard destruction and the double soft destruction on both the Buck and the Sledge, which provides you with so many options when it comes to how you want to open up the rooms and open up the sites. And the Zofia just bringing you that extra disruption with the concussive blasts, and let's say even the ability to take out castle barricades with the explosive blasts from the lifeline. On the other hand, we have Jatello on the Bandit, who was actually a 6th pick, probably reading into that Thermite. Will attempt a Bandit trick. Shitty Lord on the Mirror, Ace on the Alibi, who has become quite a staple of him. Murio on the mute, and as you said, Big Hat Logan on the Capcan.
And
sorry, go ahead.
Spicy here, trying to drone himself into the area, trying to scan the perimeter and see where he can circumvent.
We have about a minute and 30 seconds drained off the clock, with not much action seeming to have gone down.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how that push onto the armory lockers went, given that they brought a thermite. And you can see him just outside the balcony trying to get rid of that wall, which I believe at the moment has been mute jammed.
Oh yeah.
And he is indeed experiencing trouble trying to get that off. I believe a well-placed shot from the back underneath, or even the twitch, will take care of that. He even tries to face check himself, see if he can get that jammer. Netslayer elsewhere takes about HP of damage. A minute left, and only engagements so far have come out from Netslayer and Ace, who seem to be very low on HP. Netslayer indeed gets injured, and Specy finishes off Ace, as Netslayer, I believe, will get picked up, and that wall finally does get open.
Ooh.
Netslayer barely seeing the head of Jatello, who takes out Whiskey on his part. Netslayer moves in, hits that Capcan trap, takes damage, but still pushes through, gets a shot onto Mojo. Big Hat Logan trades it out, and the diffuser is down inside.
Big Hat Logan down.
Taken down by Drager. It's a 3v2, 30 seconds on the clock.
Under so much pressure, Spicy. Ooh. Out by Jatello.
15 seconds left.
I believe we could see this going to the defenders just on time alone.
Wow.
10 seconds to go.
As Drager is left alone, with
Attackers
6
recovered the
seconds
bomb
to
diffuser.
attempt to
5
defuse
seconds
plant,
remaining.
and he actually goes for it. There's no one in place to catch him, but Shitty Lord and Jatello are circling him. 0-0-0 seconds on the clock, and
Operators run out of
it has
time.
to come off the defuse plant. Defenders win that, but just barely on time.
Oh my god. Finally, ExE Mafia take one game into the bag. They played really, really well. I tend to think that particularly the top performing players is one of the people that they decided to take out first, just before leveling the game out. And it looks like it worked very well for them.
Indeed, the injury on Netslayer seemed to have wasted quite a bit of time on FoxTrot's part and put them in a precarious situation.
Yeah.
And now we'll see a similar lineup coming out from FoxTrot Gaming, and a bit of change-ups on ExE Mafia, as they actually, interestingly, decide to defend bathroom tellers. They bring Big Hat on that Valkyrie. Ace switches off finally from the Alibi onto a Jaeger. Now let's talk about this bomb site for a
Attackers
second.
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
Because
they can.
we've seen some of the French teams, most
Attackers have
popularly
discovered the
Vitality
location of a bomb.
and a couple of other teams, I cannot quite remember the names, have pulled off some interesting defenses on this site. But it's one that even Intaro, who is a caster for...
Ooh, alright, that was... that was not part of the plan, as we
10
hope.
seconds to insertion.
We hope not, definitely.
Uh-huh.
As I was saying,
5
this
seconds
bomb
left
site is
before
one which, if it goes bad, man, it goes
Attackers recovered the
really,
diffuser.
Really
They're
bad.
heading out to the bomb.
But we have seen some teams pull it off, so let's hope that ExE Mafia had a plan in mind
Oh yeah.
when they were selecting it. But now, given that the first kill came in the prep phase, maybe that plan might not go too well.
Ooh, Shitty Lord takes out Dice. Yeah, that was very tactical. Very well played by
That
Shitty.
was an explosive end to the Thermite, but he had already done his job on this site and opened up the wall, which puts a lot of pressure on the players playing inside B. And Drager out here on the south balcony, getting into the east stairs, trying to establish some map control. And he does
Drager
come face to face with Jatello.
Ooh.
Guns him down, no challenge at all. We're at the 1 minute 56-second mark, and 2 players of ExE Mafia already down.
And it looks like they're planning something out. I think he wants to plant from there. Ooh! And Ace takes out Whiskey to drop the diffuser. Very well planned. I think that didn't work out very well for FoxTrot. It was a very exposed area. Right now, Ace pointing out to the main door of offices, trying to look for someone to take out from. Oof! And Drago takes out Ace to recover the team on a
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
3v1 situation. We don't know whether he'll be able to clutch this. It's all a matter of who knows what. And FoxTrot win that round in amazing fashion. I don't think that Shitty Lord saw Drago enter that room yet, so he just waltzed around, and things weren't going very well for him in the end.
Yeah, an intriguing round to say the least.
A comeback, a true comeback.
Starting with that team kill from Big Hat. Sorry, from Jatello onto Big Hat. And also the site selection. Though you could see that it wasn't a random pick, as they decide to defend bathroom tellers yet again. They definitely had a plan for it. As you could see, Ace took out Whiskey with the impact holes in the roof, the ceiling, depending on how you look at it. A very intentional play to deny a simple plant on that wall that had been previously opened up by the Thermite.
Oh, yeah.
So a couple of change-ups from X. Let's see how they'll decide to defend this bomb site once again.
Murio.
Hopefully, Big Hat will be able to make it through the prep phase, as he does have 2 yokai drones to deny
at his moment. Yeah.
Defenders, protect your
so it is a very big interest to see what he has planned.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
And here,
Bomb located by attackers.
all the FoxTrot members looking for places to barricade at the moment.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left.
Took the shield off his feet.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are
A
heading
very
out to the
comical
diffuse bomb.
fashion. So now, we can see the FoxTrot team with Drago's Twitch drone going out.
Now it's interesting to me to see Dice switching off from Thermite onto an IQ.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Probably they weren't expecting the same sight. Nonetheless, Thermite is a very influential operator, almost essential on this map, despite the bomb site you'll be attacking. So that's an interesting decision.
So
About a minute and 47 seconds left as Ace a double kill.
Ooh.
Whiskey and Dice are going down. Whiskey seeming not to get much of that back. skeleton key. This is just holding down the officer's area. As Drago, what is that?
Oh.
A pistol fight.
And he knew he
It
couldn't.
seems-
It looks like he knew he couldn't win that, so he had to run away.
Very heavily injured.
He had to actually take off because that was a very risky position. So, Spicy looking at the outside. The passport check. Netleya. It's Netleya taking out Ace and Muryo. Oh, looks like he has something planned in mind. With him clearing out the offices, looking for. Not working well, trying to find a space where the ExE Mafia operators are hiding.
Seconds remaining.
And Drago here with the plant.
10 seconds to go.
Ooh.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Big Hat Logan taking
5 seconds to go.
Drago out. Netleya no
Operator,
chance
you are out of
at
time.
all with the ExE Mafia team playing protective role to block the FoxTrot team from getting the plant. Very
It's always
very strategic.
amazing. sorry for cutting out.
It's alright, it's
But
alright.
it's always amazing to see teams pull out these bomb sites that are quote unquote out of the meta
Oh yeah.
and pull them off successfully. We saw Ace, who was successful with holding off that officer's area that is just directly above the bomb site. That really changed the tides of the round with that double kill he got.
Yeah. Oh. Pretty darn amazing. X is pulling off some way crazy stunts here. But I'm actually very curious as to this strategy they're taking of trying to deny the FoxTrot team the plant. Because they know if the FoxTrot team can't plant, they can't win the round. Instead of
Attackers need to locate and
going
defuse the
aggressively for them, they know the best way they can be able to win this is by denying FoxTrot the plant. And it's
Yeah, and I have to give props to X for good time management on defense, because so far they have been able to run down that clock to the remaining rounds or so.
yeah.
That's giving FoxTrot a rather
10
hard
seconds
time to
remaining.
try to go for the plan.
Oh yeah.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers recover the diffuser. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
So here we see Shitty Lord setting up one of his black metal windows. And the lineup from X seems to be to deny that armory wall from
Sensor
getting
deployed.
opened, as they have both a mute and a bandit. However, that will seem to work rather well so
Him
far,
taking
as
off.
Foxtrot.
Oh.
Loading mag! Sensor activated.
Ooh, Big Hat taking out Spicy. Very well detected by the pulse to take out his thermite. Not thermite, but Thatcher. And Dice Air right from outside. Taking out Shitty Lord and Jatello. Oh, and Netslayer
Bomb located by attackers.
taking out Ace. And Muryo Drago takes out
Wow.
Big Hat.
Okay, that was fast.
Very, very quick. Very well executed.
For a moment there, it seemed that FoxTrot were going to be at a disadvantage given that their Thatcher was taken down.
Yeah. They knew the only way they could do it is by taking out the rest of the ExE Mafia team. And it looks like they actually pulled it off very well. And very swiftly.
Despite that Thatcher being taken down, Dicer was still able to open up that armory wall with the exothermic charge and get a double kill out of it. So this really begs the question, why keep bringing a mute and a bandit if you will not bandit trick the wall, for example?
Yeah.
Deny that wall from being open.
It looks like they have several ways of actually making everything work to their advantage. And if not everything, at least the least of what they have with them.
I agree.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
As we
bombs.
move into round number 5, we'll see our first Glaz and Monty of the game. Interesting to see how that will be played out. As Ace has switched off, bouncing between a couple of operators, and now he's on a dock.
And looks like Big Hat has something planned
10
out.
seconds left. 5 seconds left. Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers are moving out to
So
locate a
far,
bomb and defuse it.
ExE have defended this site twice. So far, that armory wall has been opened twice. So I would expect to see some sort of adaptation at this point
Yeah.
from ExE Mafia to deny that wall from being open, because every time that wall has been open, it has simply been a storm in from FoxTrot to just walk into sight, plant, or just kill everyone.
Oh yeah, once they get the chance, they take it headstrong. So it looks like Dice Air is trying to make his way in once again.
Just sending a couple of shots through that ticket booth, trying to catch in on that bullet penetration as he walks into the CCTV room.
Ooh.
Dice here going in deep takes out Big Hat Logan, a rather risky play for a Thermite, given he hasn't used any of his utility yet. Here we see the Thermite of Dice here and Netslayer just outside the metal beepers as they storm right in and find Mira. She doesn't go down just yet, but she's finished off by Netslayer. That's Shitty Lot down. And this is an interesting round to say the least. The
Oh.
at least takes out Dice here before he can keep on doing his damage. 1 minute 21 to go. So 3v2 as Draga takes down Muriel. Netslayer takes out Ace. Ace refrags on his Jatello fighting with the players in the ticket booth. He's fully concussed, but somehow manages to get the down and the knife onto Netslayer. It's a 1v1.
My God.
Minute on the clock, and it's Draga on the other side of that 1v1.
Looking at where Drago is right now.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Draga is in a powerful position to get this win because as the glass you can see through that smoke, just waiting on the bandit of Jatello to peek, but the bandit does not, and he keeps wasting time as it's 30 seconds left. Peeks around the corner. Attempts to go for the plant. Will he fake it? He does. He comes off it. And Jatello peeks. A few shots got, but Jatello is gunned down by a hip fire from Draga. My goodness, what a play.
No scopes.
Wow.
And it was actually a very interesting moment that at that moment, Jatello had the chance to fire, but it's like he delayed or something. I don't know what happened right there. That gave Drager the sign that he has to shoot immediately.
Hello seems to have been attempting to climb onto that shelving unit. Possibly to get some sort of vertical
drop shot or something. Yeah.
To Drager, but it just didn't pan out. Poor timing.
Yeah. And
as we hit round 6, the roles switch. So now ExE Mafia have the chance to attack 5 rounds in a row, and now FoxTrot are the ones defending, and they will start by going to armory lockers and archives.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And here we are. With now FoxTrot in defensive position right now.
DICE are just laying down
10 seconds left before
signal
insertion.
disruptors. And it seems to me these two squads have just completely aped or copied each other's lineups. As you can see, Mute, Mirror, Valkyrie and Bandit coming out from FoxTrot. The only change up is Spizzy on the castle. I'd like to see how those barricades are used up. And on the attacking side, Thermite on Shitty Lord, Ace on the Thatcher, Big Hat on the Sledge and Jatello on the Twitch. Nothing too different there except for the Bandit, excuse me, the Blitz on Murio.
And Murio coming to the west balcony in an attempt to charge, but he's playing it conservative.
Smartly as well.
Yeah.
As about 45-50 seconds or so have been burned off the clock. ExE will try to get control of this CCTV break room area, as it allows them to attack that west balcony and armory wall a bit more safely. And you can see the player who is the Mute of DICE challenging Murio is probably going to be trapped right now if he doesn't get a teammate on a crossfire. Murio inching his way towards him, flashes him and guns him down.
Amazing.
Headshot. DICE is down.
Murio.
First kill of the round coming out at the halfway mark.
With here we have net layer taking out Murio.
I have to say, I didn't expect net layer to survive that, as he had been blown out by Ace and he was getting pressured by Blitz. C4 goes out, net layer takes out Ace, 4v2, 30 seconds on the clock, the diffuser is down. Jatello is gunned down by Spizzy, leaving it all up to Shitty Lord, who is miles away from the diffuser. This seems to be a FoxTrot round.
15 seconds remaining.
Take down to the last 10 seconds or so. This is most definitely a FoxTrot round, as there's nothing physically possible for Shitty Lord to do to win this round, and he does in fact die to Drager. Puts FoxTrot at a 4-2 scoreline, and I believe match point.
Round 7. Wow.
No match
Not yet.
points just yet.
Wow. So it looks like ExE Mafia still have a chance to make a comeback if possible. They're gonna have a really hard time. They almost had it. Just a few errors here and there, but trust me, doing that with consistency, especially for a team like ExE Mafia, is pretty heavy work.
As FoxTrot decide to defend bathroom tellers, let's see what plans they'll pull out this time. Draga deciding he doesn't in fact want to play Echo and goes for Castle instead.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So here,
Bomb located by attackers.
so once again barricading.
Now this match has been a lot closer than the previous one, wouldn't you say?
Very indeed.
5 seconds to go.
It looks like it's getting more and more competitive. And
Attackers recovered the bomb. Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
there's so much in terms of exchange of fire from one team to another that it mostly keeps you wondering what team exactly will win.
Indeed, and the more these teams play, the more they get a feel for each other and understand each other's play styles.
So
A very early kill on Dice Air from Big Hat on the Dokkaebi. And he does in fact get away with a bonus as he hacks into the defender's camera system. Used to be from Rano, which case he's cautious of right now. But Big Hat is somehow down and will be revived shortly.
and Ace is trying to look for a way in, aiming
Just
cautiously.
there, he sees the head of the smoke.
Stun grenade.
Flashbang going on. As we're at 1 minute and 45.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Specie missing, excuse me, a couple of shots onto Ace as Dokkaebi rings everyone's phones. It will be a bit of a bother with the defenders.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And what a miss. Missed shots from Netlayer, just barely hitting the head of the Dokkaebi there. As Netlayer finally turns off his phone. And we are at 1 minute to go. 5v4 in favor of
Attackers have
ExE
dropped the bomb
Mafia.
diffuser.
Though Jatello is injured and in fact finished off by the Super 90 shotgun from Whiskey. As a bit of an engagement goes down between Draga and I believe that is Jatello. Sorry, Jatello has in fact been told that has to be Big Hat Logan. And Draga finds a shot onto Murio through the open mirror window. Impressive indeed. 30 seconds on the clock. It's a 4v3, excuse me, as it becomes a 4v2. Netlayer taking out Big Hat Logan. That mirror window setup seeming to be doing its work.
Attackers' bomb diffuser has been dropped.
And Specie extends that lead as he takes down Shitlord. Ace refrags into Specie. Whiskey is injured, and Netlayer and Draga are
15 seconds
further
remaining.
away from the bomb site itself. Will Ace attempt to
Attackers
punch
have
him?
recovered
No,
their
he's being
diffuser.
watched in fact, and Netlayer
Oh.
takes him down. Round number 7 going the way of FoxTrot Gaming. And now I believe we're on match point.
Yes, we are. Round 8. at this position right now, it looks like it's almost close to impossible for ExE Mafia to make that comeback. Especially winning 3 rounds consecutively for them is going to be hard work.
That being said, we have seen some quote-unquote impossible comebacks happen.
Before.
So you could never really write anyone off just
yet. True, very true.
Now, my takeaway from the last round is that ExE Mafia had a one-dimensional attack. They all seem to be bunched up outside that teller's wall after the thermite got it open, and there didn't seem to be any other pressure maybe coming out from Muri and Big Hat from the passport and customs area, but they didn't address the mirror and castle setup that was in workshop and tellers, which eventually led to their detriment, as Netlayer was just gunning them down one after another, being supported there by the castle who was Dreader, I believe. So I would have liked to see a different approach to the attack. Possibly things those players were playing in the workshop and tellers. FoxTrot winning, deciding to defend that ventilation and server room stroke tellers area. And they will bring out the first alibi.
From how it's looking here, it looks like there's gonna be one heavy firefight right there where Netlayer is. And with Drago on site taking off, he knows he can't make that comeback. So he goes for Murio trying to find a way in. With the Thatcher, he is taking this cautiously with one person in plan right there. Comes in, almost takes him out. He
misses the rook.
He just passed him. He just passed him. Oh my god.
Again, and lights him up, but enough to down him. Drago elsewhere will gun down Big Hat Logan on the Ash. And surprise, surprise, we're on the last minute of the round. And the attack seems to have not made any real progress so far.
Very close.
As they are stalled out right outside the bomb sites. Jatello evens it out at a 4v4, bringing out Drago. But we're at the last 30 seconds of the round, and it doesn't seem like ExE could get this plant off, as in fact Speezy takes out Ace and the diffuser is dropped outside that ventilation room. The Rook lights up the thermite of Shitty Lord. He's on about 10 HP or so, and both teams are heavily damaged, but Speezy at the top, ready to capitalize, is gunned down by Jatello. And this looks like a win for FoxTrot.
Ooh.
As they win simply on time. Whiskey and Dice cleaning up the last few kills of the round.
with
And
FoxTrot.
there you have it, folks. FoxTrot winning 6-2.
As you take a look at the scoreboard right now, it looks like there's been quite a ton of events. Now, Drago becoming the top killer or player in this lobby and for the team with 11 kills.
Wow, breaking double digits. That has to be commended as a great job from Drago. Well done.
Very well done. And
Now, despite that 6-2 scoreline, the game was a much closer one than that 6-2 scoreline would indicate, as ExE Mafia really played those rounds out much better and put up a bit of a fight this time.
yes, indeed, indeed. And I could say overall, in the first beginning parts of the second round, ExE Mafia played very well. They could have, or at least I thought, or I had expected that they will win this round, but things didn't go their way right through to the end of that round. But I believe they did their best, and they had what they could at moments. So the shout out goes to FoxTrot Gaming for really putting a very hard-earned effort to give their team the win.
All right, I believe we'll go on a break and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All right. All right. So that is it, guys. FoxTrot win 2-0 against ExE Mafia. I I think we did very well. So far, so good. This being the first successful scrim, despite our technical issues from the previous one. This one seems to have gone pretty well. Any last words from my tag Olympus?
No, I just want to say those were two impressive games to watch. I believe there's a lot that both teams can learn from each other, given that it was the first time they played against each other. And that will be it from me. I've been your caster, Eric Olympus Mahasi.
And I've been your caster, James Karanu Mo JT. And we hope to see you once again in the next live stream. So thanks, guys, and see you in the next one.